Hey, this is Instagram's GrowcaCola. I'm coming at you with a design for my latest Vortex brewer on a budget, right? Because I don't have $800 or $900 to spend on a Vortex brewer. These buckets are 10 gallons. You can get them at any pool cleaning service. They'll usually have a bunch of these to get rid of. These are all 10 gallons, so they work pretty well. I use two. One is a stand, one is a tank. And we're going to give you a basic rundown of how it works, along with a basic parts list. So all of my water PVC is 3/4. My air PVC is 1/2 inch. Makes it a little easier to break it apart. These unions are just because I cut too short and I'm an idiot. This is a 1/2 inch by 3/4 inch T, and that's how I bring my air in. Okay, so let's explain how the system works. We have a big old air pump. This is a 80-watt pump, so it puts out about 1,200 gallons. The way it put it on the box was 1,200 gallons per hour of air coming out of this thing. So that comes down this 3/8 inner diameter tubing to a T where it splits into these two risers. I have the air coming in on a riser above the water level, so that way I never have any backflow into my air pump. As long as the level that the air comes in at is higher than the water level will ever be, I will never have to worry about damaging the pump from water backflow. What we have is coming out of the bottom of this, you see that there's a bulkhead inside. It splits into a T, as you can see in the bottom here. Those come out either side. One side goes to a 90 where it rises up. The other side goes to a T where I put a ball valve so I can easily empty the system. As you can see, there's still a little bit of water left in it. So basically what happens is this. Air travels through here to the T, down the riser. Air bubbles will lift up the riser, carrying with it water. The water coming out of the 90s in opposite directions on either side will create a vortex, the purpose of which is to greatly dissolve the oxygen. That will create better life for the microbes. So what I'm going to do now is fill it up with water, and I'll give you a running test. I'm going to take it off this table to make it a little easier to work with. All right, so this is proof of concept. As you can see, we have a nice little vortex running there. Air coming out either sides. It's kind of loud, unfortunately. I don't know if there's a way to fix that, to be honest. But as you can see, it works pretty well. We've got the air pump kicking out. That will have to be cooled because that gets really hot. But yeah, got a nice vortex going. So as you can see, it works. This way, I won't have to deal with having to clean the pump. I won't have to deal with disconnecting the pump in case it gets clogged, because I was using just a pond water pump before, and I was constantly having to clean it. This means that the only thing that has anything moving through it is pipe. There's no parts moving that can get gunked up, and I like that a lot better. I thought that the pond pump was going to be the smart way to do it, and it definitely creates a bigger, faster vortex, but it doesn't aerate as well, and it just the moving parts part really started to suck. So I'm really happy with this design. All in all, including the pump, not including the buckets because I got these for free, I literally spent $90 on this. That's it. $65 for that, $15 in PVC and fittings, you know. I had to order these 1/2 inch by 3/8 inner diameter barbed off the internet, off of Amazon, but everything else was sourced local from Home Depot. So it all worked really, really well. I'll put a parts list in the actual description of this, so that way you can actually see what's going on. But I figure for $100, this is I think this is probably about 7 gallons of water right here. You know, that'll make enough for 35 gallons of compost tea if you set up your brew right. And I mean, that's about how much I need at my maximum if I water all my plants at once. So, you know, it's a perfect system for my size grow. If you have under 30, you know, you can use a 5-gallon bucket here instead. You can use a 7-gallon bucket. I have these tall buckets that I could have used, but I just, for my size, I like the 10-gallon bucket. So yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for stopping by, guys.